Guys, Thursday. I knew that. Thursday. What are we looking at today? We're going to look at Scotty Karate Scottish Ale from Dark Horse Brewing. 9.75%. Hey, Stripey, you can go fuck yourself too. Okay. She's got some big guns. The monkey. You know, it just doesn't get used enough, and that's the 50 cal round. Oh, did I show that? Little Scottish ale. So I got some more reloading stuff. NIHAP recommended a particular base that I got at Midway USA that arrived today. So I mounted the single stage in there, and what's kind of nice is basically it's a big steel. It's in there. It's a big steel plate, and you can mount multiple different style presses in it. And when you're not using it, you can just remove some screws, and then there's just a plate that would be left on your counter, unless you do like I did, and I actually have a couple of clamps, and I clamp the plate down, and then when I'm done, there's nothing, and there's no holes drilled in there. I still might find a permanent location. I mean, it's just, I'm sure there's probably already some of the boys betting on how long, because I don't know how many of you guys, as you started reloading, started off with one thing, got something different, and then everybody seems to end up with the Dillon. And I had an opportunity. I guess it'll be curious as to write this date down and how long it'll take, because the one that I'd like to get is the Dillon 650B. But we'll see. And the thing is any of the stuff that you already have can just be used for other things, or sell it off to a friend, or something like that. But like the little single stage thing here, that one is just going to be dedicated to popping primers. And I've already got, I don't know, got to the point where I'm like, well, I gotta go do the brew review, because if not, I'm gonna spend my time digging through this thing of brass. I am popping the primers on 45 ACP. That's what I want to start reloading. So, yes, JR10, I did see your comment, and I will go check out the videos. And besides that, if it becomes an issue, I can always give you a call. You and several of the guys are, just being honest. Obviously, there's the books for getting down to the exact stats of how much powder or this, that, or the other thing. But I'd rather talk to someone like you, and I can see how it becomes a serious obsession. Like I said, I finally had to just go, I have to stop doing this. Otherwise, I'm going to end up digging through this whole damn 5-gallon bucket trying to find all the 45, and it'll be like midnight. So, it's a Scottish ale. Has like a deep brown. I see there's I don't know if I can see all that. There's stuff. And the question that I always ask myself when I see stuff floating in the beer was, I wonder if that's supposed to be in there. Okay. Kind of stereotypical of a Scottish ale. It has that buttery, almost like buttery brown sugar bread. Scottish ales just smell really good. Most of them taste even better than they smell. So, cheers, guys, and I will say one thing about the Scottish ales is that that really smooth, unique, buttery characteristic that some of the aging process gets you. Like on that Dogfish 120, that was a year old. It sort of gets that buttery kind of taste. And any of the harsh alcohol that you got back when it was fresh is all gone as it's aging. And that's what this kind of has. Starts off with a sweet, not as sweet as the as yesterday's. That was actually a pretty. If I want to be loved, I'll be loved with that kind of stout. So it's not as sweet as that, but still, it's a sweet beer. And then that sweetness it's like subtle raisin or fig, brown sugar. Mm. Mm. It's definitely not boozy. Don't even get a warming out of it. That is very good. Yeah, I want to, I guess I'm not sure how much in there is just 45, but seems how I doubt there's 1,000 pieces of just 45, and that's what the tumbler will do. But maybe I'll get a fair amount of the 40. I'll find all the 45, clean or deprime all the 45, and then maybe 40 or whatever I think I might have the same chance of finding the same amount, and I'll try doing the tumbling and the shaking side by side and see. I know there's two different viewpoints to what you do and when you do it. Now I forget who was saying. That was like an hour ago. But is it the real Cobra Burnout? Maybe? I don't remember which one of you guys talking about cleaning the brass before you deprime it because it's one of the stages on your press. Well, I don't know. I'm following a little bit of the advice of my buddy Bill, and he deprimes them and then cleans them. That way, that pocket is all cleaned out. But I don't know. I am not an expert at this, so I don't know which direction would be better to go. I mean, I guess if you have a progressive press and that's one of the things it's automatically doing, then the only thing, and I think this is the same thing that Ray made a comment on the progressively, is the primer gets shot basically into the press, and the press is mounted on a plate. So at some point in time, it's just going to fill up. I don't know. Seems like kind of a stupid design that the primers are going in. I mean, I don't want to have to keep taking the damn thing on and off. Eventually, there's a chance that you're either going to break one of the bolts over tightening it, or strip something, or and the bolts on that plate are a carriage bolt, but they're a flat carriage bolt. So I'm sure you'd probably be able to get more, but just seems like a weird thing that the primers go to Never Never Land until Never Never Land fills up. Then you're going to have, I suppose then they're just going to drop down the tube and drop out underneath it, which some of them I notice sometimes it does, and I just have the brass bucket underneath it to catch those. Yeah, this is very good. This is very tasty. Buttery bread, like I said, raisin, fig, brown sugar, kind of a thing going on. Maybe a little bit of a hop at the beginning, but for the most part, what it is at the beginning is sort of what it is all the way to the end. And then there's the debris. Strange ass weather today. Started off 32 degrees, and I was building basically it's a complete remodel, but once again it was an afterthought. You know, it was like, okay, the plan is to put this house on the market for $350,000, and it's just like, this kitchen is not the kitchen of a $300,000 house. I mean, kitchens at one point in time were like nothing. Now it's like the hub. It's like where all the activity is, where everything happens. And I mean everything. And it's just like, this is just never gonna fly. This kitchen sucks. So it's like we basically added 12 by 16 onto the house, and you know, if we would have had a chance to do it in the beginning, we would have just dug that area out, added onto the basement, and the footprint would have been up and down. So now this area is sitting on the ground, and of course we've got our like six plus feet footings, because you know frost is kind of an issue here. I mean, you have to be more than 4.5 feet, which is pretty incredible if you think about it, how warm the earth is and the ground, and yet it gets cold enough here, long enough, that all pipes and everything have to be more than 4 feet under the ground. So I spent the day building walls and enclosing that, and probably well, that whole thing has to obviously be heated because it's the kitchen. Most of the time there's water in a kitchen. But yeah, it started off at 32 degrees, and right now it's 55. Oh, and Kevin, sorry I missed your thing this morning, and now I see you've left another message on Messenger, and I'm not ignoring you, I'm just drinking beer. I'm with you. Yeah, that went fast. Still wonder what the schmooch is at the bottom of the glass. So my my lovely daughter, she came home today and got me the Symmetry OtterBox case for the Edge. And if you happen to have an Edge and you're wondering about putting it in some kind of a case, it is locked into this case, and I don't know if you can see that, but it does not hinder the Edge stuff. And then she decided, I don't understand how you can keep switching platforms back and forth. She's an Android person for years and years, and then decides to get an iPhone. I think she had a 3 and then got a 3S, and then went back to Android and had a Galaxy and then the HTC. She's been using an HTC M9 or M8 like mine, and she's just like got bored with that, and then she went and got the Edge just like this one, and
I don't know if I can answer that properly. I can do a search for HTC stand using an HTC M9 Lite where I am like mine, and this is us. I got bored with that, and then she went and got me just like this one.
so let me just take a stab at the phone. The Hi Galaxy. What's the weather in Louisiana right now?
It's 81 degrees with clouds throughout the day today.
81. Losers live in Louisiana. Yeah, so she had this exact phone and decided to go get the latest iPhone today. And they asked about trading it in, and she actually has a small crack in the screen, and evidently this has the 4 times hardness Gorilla Glass in it, and of course she got it at where she used to work, which was Best Buy, and so she was talking to the lady that she knows there, and she's just like, Sam, how in the hell did you manage to break 4 times the thickness Gorilla Glass? And she goes, I don't know, what happened in my pocket. So yeah, so I got that case to try. And because she's abandoning her Galaxy 6 Edge, she gave me her, I don't know what's the proper word to use, inductive or whatever charging system for it. It is a pad, and you lay the phone on it. And she's like, well, I don't know if it's going to work with the OtterBox, because the OtterBox is, kind of a, it's a thick thing. And I'm like, okay, so she gives it to me, and before the thing is even on the pad, the phone lights up and says it's charging. There's like no physical connection. It's like magic. It's like freaking magic. So, where do I put that on the E-scale? I don't know, it's like really dry down here, so it's like, see if I'm disappointed with this, the moose drool. Oh, nope, not at all. Made a noise when I picked it up. Dark Horse Brewing Scotty Karate Scottish Ale. Where do I put this on the E-scale? This, again, I think I've come to the conclusion that when I'm rating something, it's kind of a mash of everything, and a particular style. Like, if I gave a pale ale a 10, that's kind of the pale ale thing, but otherwise nothing would get a frickin' 10 but some really elaborate, really awesome stuff like an Imperial IPA or an Imperial Stout or something. So, but Scotty Karate, this is very good. I'd give it a 9.5.
Oh, you said they were done.
It's kind of like a warm glow comes from the basement, and you're like flying around upstairs, and you're like, I have to go to the light.
It's not like the moth to the flame. You know, I don't want to put that in an analogy.
Tomorrow, even though I think when I asked if we should vote on it, nobody voted for this, but this is like one of, I guess there's one or two things left from Johnny. You can go back upstairs now. Black Buffalo Ride.
Not a man on a buffalo.
Not a man on a buffalo, Ray. 8.1% by volume. Take a look at this tomorrow. Otherwise, right now, I am going upstairs. I'm going to start the barbecue because someone's going to make bacon cheeseburgers.
I am?
Yeah. What the hell do you want? Yeah. I can fly.
Shelby making an appearance in the video.
I can fly, Shelby.
You're freaking her out.
Am I freaking you out?
Yes.
Daddy's got you. Daddy's got you. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Want to say hi to Sam? Hi, Sam. How's California today?
Probably a lot warmer than here.
Thanks for licking my ear, but your breath smells like ass. Going down. Want some of this?
Moose drool.
Moose drool.
She's licking it up.
I didn't give you very much today. You got hosed. Okay, so I'm gonna go see the size of that cannon. It's huge.
Don't you mean melons?
Oh shit! I didn't even see there was a girl in there.
Yeah.
I was looking at the.
Whatever. Epic fail. One of these days I'm gonna come downstairs and change the picture on you right in the middle of brew review and put a sexy man with a six-pack with no shirt.
Well,
And see how many people notice.
as long as it's not Boner or whatever the hell his name is.
No, I'm sorry. Me and my boyfriend, we broke up.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it before or after he gave $1 million to Hillary
Well, it was
Clinton?
before that because, you know, Richie left and then all hell broke loose after that, so. You can't.
Does he even have a band right now?
Oh, yeah. It's just him and Tico and the keyboard dude, Dave. That's
Don't
it.
they kind of have to have a guitar guy?
Well, they have a guitar guy, but, you know, you can't replace Richie Sambora. It's just a guitar guy.
What if it is actually guitar guy from Jeff Dunham? Could it-
No. But, you know, this just makes me sad because then I think about Motley and that was my other boys and now they're done December 31st, never to, you know, grace their presence with the stage. You know, it's a bitch getting old when people decide to either, you know, get dead or break up in bands.
Well, you know, it'd be like the Rolling Stones. Give it a couple of years, and they'll be back because they need some money, because they need to like get a new Ferrari or something.
No, I'm pretty much thinking that everybody's gonna do their own thing. I mean, you know, Nikki's gonna be in a new band. Tommy's gonna be DJing. Mick Mars is gonna be helping out like the younger upcoming bands with writing and whatnot.
Mick just needs to get a really nice hospital bed somewhere.
Don't pick on Mick. He did really good, I have to say, when we saw him in August.
And
you know, he does have a disease that's something to do with his bones.
And isn't he like the only clean one in the whole band? He was probably a drinker, but...
Oh, he did everything. They all did. But no, he's been clean. As far as I know, Nikki's been clean. Tommy, he'll never come clean. He likes to whoop it up. He's still partying at whatever age he is. And Vincent, he's just, you know, all about the wine.
He doesn't exactly have the greatest reputation.
No.
Vince the Pussy Neil.
Don't even get me started. Okay, this is supposed to be a brew review, and now let's talk about music moment. The hell?
Okay, well, time to go fire up the bacon.
Nader.
Bacon in the grill. The hell is that? And we will see you guys tomorrow. We'll take a look at the last one from Johnny. And I really want to thank, me. Scotty Karate. Scotty Karate. Oh, hey Chuck, I've been working on some karate moves. Ready? Watch this. Wah!
Always picking on Chuck.
No.
Just saying.